You look good. You look better. You got some color back. Oh, hang on one minute.
There we go. I'm getting some better. And that all right, I'll wait.
You good? Okay. Okay, let's try this again.
Okay.
Come on in. Tell us how you're doing, Joe.
I'm getting some better. I'm afraid I had to get off of keto because
Okay.
I kept losing weight. I couldn't stop losing weight. I got down to 148 pounds. And
Wow.
so I came off keto and I'm back up to 155.
Okay.
And but
So what'd you add back in?
I added back in like it would be more like some vegetables, some carbohydrates, and that to get back in. Like go to Arby's and get a yurto and eat it, and some biscuits. And
I'm having a malfunction. It's gonna be one of those nights. Okay, so it's coming up over here, but it's not over there.
Yep.
Okay, if there's anybody on YouTube watching, can you text in the chat for us and let us know somebody's here? We have one of them showing not up and one of them showing we do have up. So are we live on YouTube? Can anybody answer us? There we
There
go.
it is, finally.
Yeah. Refreshing screens. Okay. So basically you're just upping carbs a little bit. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Try to stick with good carbs. Try to do the sweet potatoes and, the veggies and stuff like that. And
I'm doing like yesterday, I had cucumbers and tomatoes with salt and pepper.
yeah.
Ate that, and just I couldn't stay on just the meat because I just kept losing weight and losing weight and losing weight.
Yeah.
And I was getting too thin, too weak. And that, like when I started, I had a 38-inch waist. Yesterday, I went and bought 30-inch shorts, 30-inch waist shorts.
Wow. Oh. Yeah. That's a lot. So, but what you can do is juggle, add the sweet potatoes, add, the cucumbers and tomatoes and stuff like that. Just try not to go back to the refined. Try not to go back to the flours and the breads and pastas and things like that. Try to use your veggies and stuff for your carbs.
Uh-huh.
And then, so we can try to keep your numbers as good as we can.
Yeah. I go tomorrow to have the second round of brain radiation. And that because they found new tumors and that in my brain.
Oh, geez.
I go tomorrow for the second round of it, and then Thursday chemo again. But I'm hanging in there. And
that's good.
Still fighting it.
Keep it up, brother. Keep it up.
No doubt.
I don't know the meaning of give up.
Right?
Thank goodness.
It's the best part of us being so damn bullheaded, right?
Yep.
One time it's coming out in our favor.
Yeah.
I just told Roxy, she's starting this week too. And it was, getting everything going, and told her the same thing. It's the sad part is our family is so darn bullheaded, but it gets us so headstrong and ready to go through the fight. So
yeah.
Say a prayer for her too. So we're praying for both of you.
Yeah. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to stay on here because two of Adette's sisters are coming in tonight from Arizona.
Okay.
You're gonna have the whole family
Company time.
Yeah,
that's
they
awesome.
should be showing up here anytime now.
Good.
Not a problem, Joe.
We'll go enjoy it. Looks like it's going to be a short night anyway, so it's good. I think with summer, we're still trying to figure out what night's going to work, and we don't have it figured out yet. So I'll keep you posted as we change things around and figure it out. But
yep, hang in there, Joe.
Hang in there. We love you.
I love you too. All right, bye.
Bye.
Well, Wayne, come on and check in. Do we have anybody over there?
Yeah, we got two people on
Okay,
YouTube. I mean, I don't think Monday nights is working well right now, but
we'll figure it out. Come on in, Wayne. Give us a recap on you and Vicky.
Well, I'll give you a recap on what's going on. Just in summary, I put a post up in the group Facebook page earlier this week, and I got to a point where I was making some poor decisions, not, and they're the same decisions everybody would make that would basically say, well, I'm kind of doing this, and I'm 80% of the way there. And then some of the symptoms that I was dealing with for several years that I just thought was normal part of life started creeping back in. The worst one is head and neck pain. And it was really driving me nuts. And I'm like, was the final straw to say, I don't want to live like this. For at least 10 years, I was having problems with pains in my upper neck, kind of behind my right ear. And I'm like, I never really figured out what it was. But going into a high fat, low carb eating style, it went away. And I was making some decisions that were nowhere near the way I used to eat, but bad enough that all that stuff started coming back, and it really kind of made me angry. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. It got me back to saying I got to get back to where I was in the wintertime, which is really difficult for me. This is the time of year where, things are more social, more flexible. So my eating windows have expanded. The type of food I've been eating is expanded, and it doesn't sit well with me.
Mhm.
I mean, I was making choices like there was a taco bar I was at last week. I didn't have many carbs, but I had more than I usually have. The volume of food was up. The amount I was eating was up. I'd go back for the second plate even though I wasn't hungry. And, it was just not good. So I kind of said, I got to get my mindset right here, because you're making these decisions, to go get a second plate without even thinking. It's
Right.
it's
And that's an easy habit to slide into. It really is, because there's one mindset that says, hey, I'm only going to get to eat for an hour, so I might as well get as much as I can in that hour. You can slide into that mindset really easy, instead of being strict on what portions you eat, and make sure that each bite is a high quality bite. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, you got to get your mind where you need it, because it does get tough.
I think it's hard too when seasons come and go, and it seems like we'll hit one season where you stay focused, you're right on track. And one side, summer gets easier because it's so easy to throw meat on the grill and everybody's cooking out and everything like that. But then you also have so many things that get thrown in that mixture that are normal for everybody else that aren't normal for us.
And like you said, socializing
And people. And, when you're tempted with so many more things than you had been, it is a whole nother mindset, and it is easy to get mad. I was kind of the same place with you this weekend, that it's hard. It was my birthday weekend. So we're trying, we went and celebrated. We had maki and sushi and everything we could all in one weekend. And it's like, you feel like crap. And it's like, I don't want to be mad at myself for it. It was my birthday. I planned it. But again, I just had a good fast. So it's like, I think trying to remember what you felt like, remember what you used to do, remember how good you felt when you stayed the course. And I think it's coming up with a new plan and just refocus and
getting back at it.
And I think, again, it's where, as much as we all have better things to do than on these lives, I think getting focused with like-minded people and knowing we're holding each other accountable, I think is the win in it. I really do. As much as everybody has better things to do in the summer, and, I know it's hard for everybody, but someplace you got to check in with somebody that's going to push you along and help you along and help you on those rough days. I really do think so.
Yeah. I mean, it's all between the ears.
It is.
Very much so.
Yep.
I mean, I know there's a chemical reaction to your body, and that your body will tell you you need or crave things that you don't really need. But if your mindset is right, you can work through those things.
Right.
Yeah.
If your mind isn't right, you're making those decisions that everybody sits back and regrets later and says, I don't even know why I did that. I mean, why did I go up and get the second plate at the taco bar?
Don't you think a lot of that comes out to just mindless eating? You know, you're not eating for nutrition. You're not eating because you're hungry. You're not eating even sometimes for a dopamine response. When you're just eating just to eat, that's a whole nother mindset. That's a whole nother game you're playing with yourself.
I had it yesterday when we were at the Texas Roadhouse. I usually have, we get a bag of peanuts and we split it. Well, we had a bunch of people at the table. I ended up eating two bags of those peanuts. I don't know whether it was nervousness. I don't know whether it was just trying to stay busy. It took longer to get our food because we had a bigger party or what. It was just, I ate 2 bags of peanuts before my meal. I'm like, seriously? After I got done with it, I was like, what are you doing? So
being mindful, that's hard for him. That's a part that he really struggles with. And it's not I don't think it's always just a fly by the, seat of his pants every day. I think it truly is something that's difficult for him, is to moderate, to say, okay, I'm going to be thoughtful before I put this in my mouth. And I think that's a big win, whether you're a beginner in it or even advanced people. You have to think of the food before you put it in your mouth. That's why planning comes in. That's why using chronometer, put it in chronometer first. And we all, as us veterans, get out of the habit of doing it because we think we remember and what it does. And it's like, sometimes I just need that slap in the face of, oh my gosh, I don't need this much food.
And it's almost like we think we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
And
it's accountability again.
Yeah.
It's back to being accountable. But I think getting those basics right and everything will help and be accountable in those basics again. The stupid things that we know, but we don't apply it. Like I said, we had so many things this weekend that we were going 15 directions out eating different foods than we're used to eating. We had our splurges, just everything that it's a weekend, but it's like, I don't feel good.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm ready to get back at it. And just what you're saying, it's the head game. And we got to get, bless you, we got to get back in the game. We just do.
Right. And you don't want to go to the other extreme here of turning what we're talking about right now into a pity party or feeling sorry for yourself, because, that just is self-defeating as well. And then you get to a point where you might throw in the towel, or, oh, what's the difference now? I might as well go have a bowl of ice cream or something because I already screwed everything up. It's like, I mentioned I wasn't feeling well and I had headaches. Well, I cleaned it up fairly well over 2 days and they were gone.
Yep.
It didn't take much time at all.
And that actually shows you what the problem is then.
But don't you find too, as you move forward now with you being more advanced and you've been clean for so long, the same thing I was just talking to Bug about, being more sensitive to things that used to wouldn't have bothered you, that now Bug was saying she could eat a whole baked potato or a sweet potato, and she ate some sweet potato and was okay. But eating sweet potato fries fried in that crappy oil was a total different ball game than just having a little bit of a sweet potato. And I think as you get more refined down the pike, as we get stronger and stronger in our journey, I think the more things that used to not affect us as much because our bodies was used to the garbage, whether it be the rancid oils, whether it be the crappy ingredients in a food. Now that we're cleaned out, it's like those really matter. They affect us, I think, so much more than they used to. And I bet your headaches, if you go back and track again where you came, what was in you that started those headaches again. And it could be something as simple as a stupid spice that's in, one of the foods that you
I know exactly what it is. It was, Vicky had some of her trip meetings with the people that are on trips, and she always puts out a spread of food on it, which neither of us have been eating that way, and we really haven't been eating the stuff when she has it. Usually what's ever left over, she gives to her mom and brother, but she had a whole bunch of blueberries, and I had a bunch of blueberries over 2-3 days with, the spray can cream on it. Well, the heavy cream,
Oh man.
and that stuff is a gateway drug for me. I mean,
Yeah.
when we fell off last time, one of the first things we started doing was having that as the, little dessert after meals. And, one bowl turned into 2 or 3 bowls, and, a dollop of cream turned into more cream than berry, so.
Right.
Do you happen to have one of the whipped cream dispensers that you put the heavy cream in that has the CO2 cartridge on it?
No, this is just the crap you buy in the store, that's all coconut oil or palm oil or.
Yeah. Okay,
And
I'll show you. I'll go get it and show it to you, or you want to grab it?
I know what you mean. I could do
It's
it
just
on
a heavy,
Amazon.
and all it is heavy cream.
But he's good.
At the same time, I don't need it.
Yeah. You're going to open up that door. Like you said to me, what was the cookies or whatever. It was like, do you want, is this going to start something? And it's like, yeah, it is. So let's not, or, you know what I mean?
That's
better off not.
Yeah.
And I've been avoiding a ton of stuff that used to be my lifestyle. I mean, I walked another 18 holes of golf on Sunday.
Good.
So, I've done that 2-3 times now. You finish, you go into the bar area, and there's huge bowls of popcorn everywhere. I could eat as many bowls of popcorn as they throw in front of me. And I just don't even put a kernel in my mouth because I know that's
one leads to the bottom of the bowl.
Exactly. And, everybody else is around drinking beer. I'm having a club soda. It doesn't phase anybody. Nobody cares. I knew nobody would care. If they cared, I wouldn't care.
Right.
But, I'd usually sit there and have, 2-3 beers.
But wait, okay, so just that right there. Here's what I want to stop you for just a second.
That's huge.
Those are huge wins.
Yeah, I know they are
huge lifestyle changes. Think of where you were a year ago or 2 years ago, where your glucose was running.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to give you an excuse, but I'm saying those are huge wins. Those are things that is saying you've done the work, that you are changing that neural pathway in the brain.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting that dopamine response, or if you are, you're able to push through it. So those are huge.
Yeah.
So don't take that lightly of what you're getting by doing. So the little bit you're struggling with, it's just going to be the next step deeper. It's just the next step of accountability again. And that next step will get easier.
Yeah. I've stepped on a scale a couple times during this season where I'm not doing great. And I was within a couple pounds of what my lowest was still. So I know I'm not horrible, but
yeah.
I just want to go to you're almost like at a plateau to where
I'm definitely on a plateau.
You know enough of what to do, but you need to take it to that next level of even tighter to get to that next level that you're starting to go towards, that you're actually having the desire to get to. Now you just have to get the mindset to get there.
I'll almost say it's like I'm subconsciously know too much, because it's like, okay, I know where I can push a limit. Okay, I just crossed the line because I started getting headaches, so I'll ratchet it back, just a little bit, but not enough to get major improvements, just to tread water.
Right.
And I really want to get back to a position where I'm being more aggressive with it.
But don't you think too, the win in this is going to be, it doesn't, and one of the things, if we have beginners listening or anything like that, it's the same concept all the way down through this process. When you hit to a level that your body quits responding, then it's time to stress it to the next level.
Back to the basics and get serious.
Wayne is so far down this that he really is having to clean house. Now he is really having to stress. If you're a beginner, just bumping to that next level, bumping up your, tightening up your eating window, that is going to help stress it. Wayne is just so far down the pike that
his eating window was tight.
He's got to get
everything was in line, and you go for a while, and then if any deviation from that, it opens up, and then all of a sudden you see changes. You've seen changes right now to where before you wouldn't see those because you were still transitioning into that funnel. Now you've in the funnel. Anytime you open that up a little bit, it can go really quick.
So speaking of stressing for us advanced people, I reached out to that ice pod thing. So that's going to be the next thing we're getting ready to try. We got the affiliate form.
She's all geared up for this. I am standing by as someone to jerk her out of the cold water.
He's thinking I'm going to die when I hit the cold water. So he's going to have to pull me out and revive me.
No, the sauna is appealing to me, especially using it in the wintertime. I'm not so sure about the cold plunge.
I want to try it. I think that extreme hot to extreme cold would be neat. So it's going to be.
As I pass out on the floor.
Gonna try. We're gonna give it a shot. But I think whatever you can do, Wayne, whatever you can do to get it to that next level, if it means tightening up your eating window, if it means just being more self-conscious, if it means going back to chronometer and help with the quantity of food,
my problem with typically I say I don't have a problem with chronometer. I actually enjoy it. The phone is always by me for work anyway, so plugging stuff in is no big deal. I'm doing chronometer like 3-4 days a week right now, and then the rest of the days it's just kind of not being done. So
from the hip.
Yeah,
so it's not great. I got to be more diligent about it.
And I think, and there's something to be said about that, because it's when we were starting on this journey, we were looking for every little change. So we're making sure we're tracking. We're making sure we're doing the basics. We're, doing this, doing that, looking for results. And once we found them, then we get lazy. I'm going to call myself, I get lazy, and I've attained what I wanted to attain. Now I'm starting to get lazy again. And it's like, wait a minute, stop. Because you can go hold down a big rabbit hole of that to where it just you're back to where you were, and just by being lazy. So maybe that's it. Maybe that's some of it.
I don't know. I think it's just a learning step every step of the way. It is, you never stop learning, you never stop applying it. You just keep readjusting and move forward.
Yep.
And I think we're all in it.
I had a question I was going to throw out to anybody that was at KetoCon. Has anybody have you guys tried to get in to watch the videos?
They sent me an email 2 days ago that they were for me to look out for another email with all the links to it.
Okay.
Let me grab it real quick.
Maybe
I'm so far behind on emails.
It might have got buried in my stuff.
Yeah, it was on Friday. The virtual weekly access. It says they've been working hard, and look for an email next week with instructions to access the recorded panels, keynotes, breakout sessions, and workshops. So that's coming this week.
And those will be
right now.
That will be for the people that were at KetoCon that already had their ticket. If you haven't got a ticket, I know she's selling a virtual ticket that you can still go in, I think, and purchase and watch the replays of everybody. So that might be a cool little thing if you weren't able to go, to be able to get in and watch them all. So there were so many good speakers this time. It was just a different notch of
But that should be coming. That should be coming this week, Wayne. So as soon as I get it, I'll let you know if I get it.
Yeah, I probably missed it. I was actually, a friend of mine and I got to go up to the up into Rochester last weekend for the PGA tournament.
Ooh, nice.
So I got to go out there last Friday and walk around. So
awesome. One thing I wanted to throw out too, when you said earlier we were talking about that we get out of our habits. I've noticed you said you had a sore neck and a headache. I've noticed I'm starting to get cramps again in my legs, and I'm trying to like, wait a minute, what's going on? One, I'm moving more than I did, but I'm also not taking in as much salt as I was. So my salt intake is down, and I'm like, that's it. That I gotta up that again. So I'm back to upping that salt in my water. Going straight back to the more salt in my coffee.
Especially since I've started walking on the golf course. 18 holes is about 6 miles. A lot of elevation change, so it's pretty rigorous. We have a ton of the LMNTs, and I know there's stevia in it, but I've even done LMNT when I've been fasting at times when I didn't think my electrolytes were good. And I've started just using that stuff up because I have it. I do each 9 holes. I have a water bottle that I put the LMNT in, and I've been drinking a ton of that.
Yeah.
So I'm not having cramps, but I've been just having soreness because my body hasn't been used to walking.
You're working it more.
You're working it. You're changing your whole level of workout. So adding 5 to 6 miles from coming off of a New York winter, that says a lot too. So think of all the changes that you got going on. That's just a big deal. So I mean,
And I'm just thinking out loud now. I haven't thought about this. I'm just wondering if I, before I go out and do that, if I should really be, hitting my fat content, getting some more fat into me before going out there too.
You'll have more energy.
Yeah.
Sustainable anyway.
Because you're fat adapted. So, you want to make sure you're still getting your fat macros, but you've got fuel to use. I would worry more about your minerals and everything like that. And make sure you got your protein in you for the building blocks.
Right.
No, you don't want to get dehydrated.
Yeah, you're right on that. I certainly got enough fuel on me.
I didn't mean it that way. I just meant we've got our fuel. We don't have, you're fat. You guys are too easy to stay fat adapted. You guys, I know the men just stay fat adapted so much easier than us girls do. As soon as I quit ingesting fat, it's like, come on, I got enough on. I could survive for a year. Come on.
Well, like tomorrow, I have a lunch meeting I have to do, and I made it at a diner, so I'm going to have a couple eggs and some bacon, and skip the toast, and
that'll work.
Yeah.
Yep.
And just make it that, then make that, maybe make that, if you're still OMAD, you make that your one meal. You know what I mean?
Right. Judy, do you want to come and check in, hon? I don't know. She's having problems. Couple things I'll throw out there while we're waiting. Judy, if you want to check in, just let me know.
Hi.
Hey,
can you hear me?
I can hear you. We can't see you, but we can hear you.
I have no idea what's going on tonight. Zoom hates me. It's taken me 10 minutes to get in.
Oh,
I'm good. I'm good, I guess. Numbers are good. I feel good. We'll see how the week goes. I have to have a tooth extracted on Wednesday, so that should do a number on all of my actual numbers. But I'm stocked up. I made sure I've got lots of bone broth and lots of Advil. Life is good.
Right, back to all the basics.
Yes.
We'll praying for you, Judy, and use your bone broth. Use your tools. Get back on your ketones if you need it for a day or so afterwards to get all that yuck out of you from surgery. But stick with it, girl.
Yeah, it's just one of those things in life that
everybody's hitting bumps in the road this week.
Yeah, it's just
it's in that week.
Must be that season.
It's the season, and that's okay.
But I will be all hunky-dory by summer. So
well, good.
Life is good.
Good job.
Absolutely.
Any questions we can help you with, Judy?
Not at all, but boy, I was listening to Wayne, and when he's talking about blueberries and cream, that is also my gateway drug.
Oh,
yep.
Yes, it is.
We got blackberries out here that we have a little patch of, and they are actually like seedless, and they don't have any thorns on them, nothing. My dad's and they grow as big as the end of my thumb, and I can't wait for it to come on season. But it's like It's one of those ones it just
Not quite a blueberry though.
no,
Almost.
no, but they're they're good. But yeah.
Jen, Bug, do you want to come and check in, hon? Or are you busy? Got a couple things we could throw out. We got the Keto Kids Club up and going. So Keto, if you have any kids, grandkids, anybody that wants in over there, we're going to keep that group private. So if you have any kids you want to bring over with you, we will, we got to vet you and make sure it's an active profile. And hopefully, you know, somebody that knows somebody before you're going to get in there. But that's one we want to keep it totally safe for the kids. So Bug is over there. She's over there just trying to keep up with everything over there. So again, there's not a whole lot over there. We're just building that page and growing over there. But we want to get the kids and get the parents and the grandparents all interacting over there. So it's going to be a place for the kids. And what the difference is going to be, we're still going to use pretty much Dr. Boz's protocol, but we're going to be a little bit more slacked over there, just a little bit easier on the kids, not off the rails, but we're going to teach you how to woe it in just a little bit. So whether you're the grandparents having kids on the weekends, whether you're the parents heading out to, like Bug and Adam were headed to the races this weekend with Harper, they had
all kinds of activities.
Yeah, so there's all kinds of activities. Everybody's coming and going. You got to keep these things and the food planned and prepped and ready so that you don't fall off the wagon. You don't want to be throwing your kid, you know, a big old burrito with, you know, a million things in it that you don't know about because you didn't plan ahead. Cheese sticks are easy. Meat sticks are easy. All those things are easy to do. Hard-boiled eggs. I'll get the video back up for the egg pudding. Remember how we make the chocolate pudding with the eggs? You can make milkshakes with ketones and ice and heavy cream. There's just so many little things we're going to help you with over in that group that the kids can get away with a little bit more than us advanced people down the road. So that's one cool thing we got going. Another thing we got going, anybody can share. We got the page up for the carpal tunnel classes. I'm going to start doing the fascia blasting classes, and I'm going to actually go live with a patient down in my massage room. I'm going to go live and teach you and show you how I completely heat a patient, treat them. We're going to teach you a little bit about what fascia actually does in our body, why it's a problem for some people, and what we got to do to keep it healthy and moving. If you have already been diagnosed with carpal tunnel, or if you even know you have it, and you don't always have to be diagnosed because it's very painful. So people usually know when they get it. But if you have it, I'm going to show you how to take care of it. If you don't have it and you know you're predisposed to have it because of your job or whatever you do, then I'm going to teach you how to prevent it and take care of the adhesions that you do have. So it's probably going to be an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm not sure how long it's going to go. I'm kind of winging it, but I'm going to teach it all live. We're going to do it in real time so I can show you how to take care of each ailment.
And that's on the website too. That's on the Journey to Keto website.
Yeah. So it's on there under fascia, under my services, and then it'll be under carpal tunnel. So
I also posted a link in YouTube for those of you on YouTube in the comments.
So those will be there. And right now it looks like we're doing carpal tunnel. We're going to do plantar fasciitis. We're going to do scar tissue, cellulite and body contouring. And if there's anything else anybody really wants that you're really interested in, let me know. We'll do another class for it, but we're going to try to do little different steps at a time. So we're kind of working on one body area at a time, so we can teach you how to do it. And then once you learn how to take care of your own fascia, it's just a total win, because I mean, if you'd see our bathroom, my bathtub looks like an arsenal. They hang on the wall. Lance put me the little hooks that hold a mop handle that they just kind of click into. Those are in there. So all of my blasters are nice and lined up and in my shower every day. So it's just those things you got to do the work. If you can't quit your job and you're going to have to keep working and doing what you do that causes the carpal tunnel or whatever issue you have, then you got to do what you got to do to prevent it. No different than working out or anything like that. I've got to scrub my wrists. If I'm doing massages, I got to get in there and break those adhesions up, and you can't. So lots of things going on. So that's why we're not trying to blow up the post, but as we get anything ready to publish, we're sending it out there. So anybody that needs anything, just let me know and we will reach out. So go ahead.
Question on the fascia blasters. I don't know if this is the same thing, but sitting at a desk all day working, back in my traps, just tighten up and get stressed. Is that something that would...
You need to get them in your shower or in your sauna, put them in the sauna so that when you're in there, you can use them for your back. They actually have handles if you can't. I have because of my bum shoulder, but you can put them down your back. They'll loosen the traps. You can go all the way up and down the rector spinae. I thought you was getting a jumbo one.
Nope, I'm not gonna jumbo one. This is my
This
tool
is
of
his
choice
favorite one.
right here. This
Mhm.
one. This does I can reach really good, and right here down the back, both sides of my neck, down across my back right here, because I'm at a computer
I'll grab it.
as well all day, and it's just
Mhm.
like you find yourself getting tight, and you just
Yep.
run this right up and down that, and you can even hit clear back there and get it to where it's nice. You can loosen all that up, and then she's got bigger ones, but this is the one I use. I can get a hold of it. It's not too small for my hand or
Mhm.
anything.
Anybody else for the big ones for the back? These can all, it's hard to do in a chair, but you can go this way. And I even have a bum shoulder and I can still do it. So it's
Mhm.
just, you get in there and you go up and down. And then
Yeah,
you
it
go
really
across.
works.
So you can do it this way. And the cool part of it is when you get different ones, this one's, if you can see the size of the knobs on this one's a good warm up. And then this one too.
That's
This
smaller.
is the smaller one, but
Mhm.
these will dig in and get you at different levels. So if you've got a big beefy area that you're really struggling with that trap being tight, going with the big ones. But if you've got little intricate areas, they also do get rid of cellulite. So that's a cool part of these.
But yeah, that's where I go back and forth across my neck.
Yep.
But they're good to go. Hey, Stina, glad you made it, hon.
That'll definitely loosen you up, though. That's something that you need to try.
So,
Yeah.
and I love them
Well,
for everything. I really do.
Throw that on as one of your courses and I'll sign up for that.
I just got it out there. I can't wait. I'm going to put one up for each section though. So we just released carpal tunnel
Carpal
today.
tunnel, yeah.
So as I get the
Mhm.
next person, the other thing is trying to get guinea pigs. Get guinea pigs to work on it. So
This guy over here.
I need but the hard part of it is you need somebody to help man the camera, somebody to work on, and somebody to answer questions. So
Apparently, I'll be manning the camera.
because they want it to be. The other thing is I want it
You
to
got
be
the face
interactive.
to be behind the camera, Lance.
Right, right.
I want it to be interactive. So when I'm going to try to keep it limited enough that we can keep everybody on a Zoom page and everybody can come in so they can actually come in and work with me so that if they're having questions on how to do anything or anything like that, then we can work together and ask questions and talk back and forth. I really want it to be an interactive class is what I'm trying to pull off. So that's what we're trying to.
See how that works.
We'll see how that works. Stina, come in and check in. Let's tell us how you're doing.
All right. Well, last week's Fat Fast
How they
was
go.
It was all right. But then my time restricted eating got off for the next couple of days after that. I was eating a little bit too late, blew myself out of ketosis, and I am back on a fast today.
All right, way to go.
So I've just decided I'm gonna water fast it through Wednesday.
Good job.
So,
Well, you missed the beginning, Stina. All of us veterans on here, we're all in the same boat.
you know what? My other groups, everybody is too. It's like, okay, what's going on with everybody? Let's little come and fess up. What's going on?
Slumber time.
Everybody making that
but
transition.
You know what's funny is it's not. It's like we're all eating, but we're not we lost track. We're not tight enough. Like it's an eating window. I can't eat past a certain time. If I screw that up, it's not gonna work. And it's like I'm eating the right stuff just at the wrong time. It's like
and most of us veterans, that is exactly what we're doing.
And
we know what to eat. We're just eating it all willy-nilly all day. And it's like, no.
We're just not.
It's the circadian rhythms. We got to listen to our rhythms and not eat through them. And you know what? I used to have a better, I don't know, fasting constitution where if I missed the end of my window, you couldn't eat. You were done until the next day. And I gotta get it back. I gotta get it back.
That's what we were saying over in the group. We all need to. And I'm not saying go. I know everybody has better things to do, but please get into the group over there, share your struggles, and let's hold each other accountable.
There's Judy.
Hey, Judy. The other thing I was thinking of going back to, do you remember back when we first started back in the group, we used to post our numbers every day. I would put that post up and say, everybody put your post under there. I think I'm about to go back to that. So everybody has an accountability to come and check in. So
I'm good with that. I check in with the group me. We do it every day. We check in on our phones, but those groups aren't chattering as much as they should be. Sometimes
everybody's
people
getting quiet.
But we're there for all the times, not just for the good times. We're there for all the hard times, like, oh my God, I can't believe my DVR is like 300, but you know what I mean?
Right.
The good days will come. So
it will, but I think that's why I want to share the good times and the bad times. It was my birthday weekend. I was off the rails. I mean, it was like I've had maki, I've had a cookie, I've had, just stuff. This is my weekend and it's over.
And we even had some positive reinforcement, Wayne threw it out there of the burger and the bacon. And I was like, that was a good idea. And then all of a sudden, what do you want to eat, hon?
But, I think holding each other accountable and just getting back on track and everybody getting back in there. Beginners, we're going to get you going. I'm going to get ready to start the new class. If we've got beginners out there ready, everybody can do keto, but everybody doesn't do keto right. And the only thing I want to tell people is if you're going to put the effort into giving up the things that you love the most, get the most benefits from it that you can. If you're not getting benefits, it's because something else needs tweaked and tightened up. So I'm going to start a new group of beginners so that I can show you exactly how to do it so that you're getting the benefit, you're getting the health benefits. We can all pee out some inflammation. That's not what true keto is about. You want to burn fat. You want to become a fat burning machine. And that means you're healing at the cellular level. So there's a difference. So if you've done keto before and you're struggling, or if you're ready to jump in, we're going to start clear at the beginning and we're going to show you how to build that chemistry one step at a time. If you're an advanced and you're struggling, we're going to start with intermediate and get this ball rolling, going forward again, and going in the right direction. So we're getting ready to start them both. So keep everything open as I can get them attached on the back end and figured out on the website. We'll get that out there.
And I think everybody's antsy too to get out.
It is.
I think,
we've been cooped up.
There's 4 people on here tonight. So, I mean, I have 3 people on YouTube. So it's, and we did change nights. We get it. But it is a, new time. But I think also everybody's they just went outside. It's time to get out.
Yeah, I got to
enjoy.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
So.
yes. We will too. And if there is a day that everybody knows would work better for anybody for checking in for lives, I know right now, we're up against Dr. Barry and I hate being that way. Tuesday night is Drboz. So it's just, we need to figure out, I don't know if we need to go into Wednesday night, but so many people have church and stuff on Wednesday night. So
you just got to pick one. I mean, Dr. Kiltz is tonight too. So, I mean, there's a lot of,
wow.
Yeah. So
it's a lot of stuff. So we got to just wing it. As long as everybody's checking in, it doesn't matter whose group you're checking in with. Just
check in with somebody.
Check in and be accountable, because again, that's that neural pathway in your brain.
Yep.
You think you're going just to go talk to everybody else. It's like, no, you checking in with like-minded people is healing you, is helping you down your path. Us talking to Wayne over the weekend, it was like, those matter, that's why we stay connected to each other. So find your tribe. And we mean that. Everybody's here to help each other. That's truly what these free groups are for. So everybody needs to take advantage of it. If everybody says, oh, I can't afford this or I can't afford that, show up to the free groups then and do them. Show up. It's your brain you're helping and healing. So It's good to go. Now, people that are sick and have more issues that have to do it a little bit more strict and diligent, like Wah here, then we got to do it a little bit stricter. Stina too. We just don't get the leeway. Lance and Wayne can sit here and have a conversation all night and jump in by next week. They'd be rocking and rolling. Us girls with the hormone issues and everything like that, it's just a harder game for us. It really is. It's just tough. Miss Vicky, Wayne's wife, she's struggling too. It's hard. These things are hard when you're dealing with the hormones on top of it. Our bodies do not kick in as easy as the guys do. So just keep that in mind.
And don't get the mistake out there either that guys do have it easy, because it is a struggle. We may have a quicker response,
right?
But it's still a struggle. There's a mindset there's a mindset thing of it. There's habits that you have to break. So don't just think that guys have it easy all the time.
You said that well. It's not easy process for anybody, but the guys their response will be better.
Yeah, we may have a quicker response to where you'll see that DVR come back quicker. You'll see that, the weight drop off a little bit quicker. And it all depends on your metabolic makeup of what you have going on. So if you don't have a whole lot going on, then yeah, you might see some changes quicker. But
I did have a question that came in that I want to kind of talk to people about. People come in and say, oh, I had a friend that did keto, dropped 50 pounds, doing great, or whatever. They can stay at 50 carbs and win. And, I want to kind of explain that, because here's the thing is, if you've ever been really sick, if you've ever had issues, if you've been on medications, if you've had metabolic damage, if you've had babies and your hormones are out of whack, if you had a hysterectomy and your hormones are out of whack, whatever. Those are all factors that play into how fast your body is going to get into ketosis. Now, if you're a 20-something, you've never been really sick and you've never been metabolically broken, you've never had glucose problems, and you're still rocking and rolling in your 20s and feeling like you're great, you can drop some weight or drop some carbs to make ketones really quick, pee out some inflammation, and you can get going so fast and easy. But there's a difference of the way somebody that's always been healthy and has never been really sick, had major toxins put in their body, that process of them switching over into ketosis is going to be a total different ballgame than those of us that are cancer survivors and medications and metabolically broken and all of that. So just know that's two complete different ballgames that we're playing. So that is why you may have a friend or somebody else that's done keto that, oh my gosh, I'm doing this. Okay, that's great. But have you ever really been sick? So that is what, don't compare your body if you're really broken or been sick or a cancer survivor. I mean, I've had chemo run through my body. I've been fried, cooked, I did it all. So my body has a lot more damage to take care of and to repair and to get going than somebody that's never been sick. So it is a different process. So don't compare yourself and beat yourself up. Everybody needs to start this process out and do it correctly. But as that transition goes down and your chemistry starts to shift, it's different for everybody. And that is depending on your metabolic health.
Just like Stina left a comment and said, faster isn't necessarily better.
Absolutely.
It's how much baggage you're dragging up the hill as to how far you're going to go. You know what I mean?
He can take off running up that hill and he'll get there. He may struggle a little bit, but he'll get there. I am
blessed that I don't have the metabolic damage that she does.
I mean, I am pulling a knapsack full of crap up that hill and it's heavy.
Right.
That is why I don't get, right, Stina?
Yeah, but it's not crap. So women are built to say that women are built to store fat. We are, because we got babies to make. We got
babies to feed and carry.
So we are up against nature. So just, respect the body. Okay, body, we're going to go this way, but we're just built that way.
We are. And it's just the way God made us. And it's not that's not necessarily a bad thing. We carry our babies, we feed our babies, everything like that. But my baby's 30-some years old. So we got to get this ball rolling again, kind of thing. But don't compare it to somebody that's really been sick is going to have a complete different chemistry shift than somebody that's never been sick.
Absolutely.
And, you look at Wayne, even as a man, his chemistry gets going and everything. But if you look at where his glucoses were a couple years ago, I mean, he's come a long way. And he has to, even being a man, has to still stay diligent because he was metabolically broken. He was diabetic. His numbers are up there. We are cleaning out at the cellular level. We're cleaning that liver out. We're rebuilding cells. That's the difference of dirty keto and the keto that we do. Wayne's liver is healing. He's reversing diabetes. He's turning it all around. He's off medications. His blood pressure's coming down. He's losing weight. All those things happen when you do ketosis right. So hang in there, everybody. Don't compare yourself to the 20-year-old that's never been sick. There is a difference. There is a total night and day difference in it. Any questions over there? How are we doing over there?
I'm doing good over here. YouTube's kind of quiet tonight. Everybody's just kind of chilling.
Everybody's quiet. Any questions over here? No, everybody doing good. If not, get in that group. I'm going to try to get a post up and start posting numbers. Let's get back to at least posting our numbers in the group so we can share with the beginners and the veterans of we're all struggling and we all need to struggle together and get back on here and we can do this. We know how. It's just doing it for us veterans. We know the chemistry. We know how to do it. It's just time to apply it. So cookouts, get ready for the holiday coming. Eat the meat, add the fat. Everybody's good to go. Don't worry about it. It's easy enough. Eat the meat, add the fat, and we okay with it?
Yeah.
Try to just stay focused. Get back on track. Carpal tunnel class is already up. Be watching as soon as I get the other ones made. We'll send the other classes out. Carpal Tunnel Keto Kids Club. Anybody wanting in there? If you got your kids, bring them in. We can't wait. It's called Keto Kids Club.
Keto
Kids
Kids
Club
Club
on
over on
Facebook.
Facebook.
You got a request to come in, answer the questions, because that's how we're going to know. I want your email because I'm going to make sure everybody's a person coming in there. That's not because I'm going to spam you with a bunch of stuff. That is just so I know the people coming in are actual people with emails that I can keep our kids safe, because we're trying to get the kids active in there for right now. So that's the biggest thing with that, is trying to keep my little ones are in there. My grandkids are in there. It's the same thing with them. I don't want them out there everywhere, but they can go in that group, and we got to make that a safe place to be. So that's why we're trying. While we figure out some new platforms, we might move it over to Patreon, something that's not affiliated with Facebook, to get them over there, but we're working on those things. So if anybody has any ideas how to keep the kids safe and a good program or anything, please let me know. I'm all ears as we learn how to approach it. All right, guys, have a good night. Have a good week. Check in on the groups, and we will be in touch this week.
Yep.
But everybody back to being accountable. Wayne, text us, call us, tell Miss Vicky to call if she needs in. We'll get everybody accountable. Get everybody
That's
going
right.
in again. All right, guys.
Let's tighten it up.
Yep. Have a
Have
good
a
week.
great
Guys.
week.